Greetings, traveler.
Here we go. Got ourselves a beater game. Favorite mukbang streamer. Beast, Dragon, Murloc, Naga Pirate. We got Clocksworth. Clocksworth felt like a Gallywix where kinda fragile. And then if you make it out, boom, you start destroying. Let's see if he goes for it. It's a great first place hero. Probably gonna need a nerf. 15 armor is probably gonna make it too likely that you survive. Because once you get to high tiers, it's like, oh, you rolled 2 Brands, that's Golden Brand. Or 2 Titus, that's Golden Titus. So it's all about, can you level and survive? And then just get the high tier units. Because not getting the triple rewards is not that bad. He's gonna freeze, and next turn he's gonna buy the 2-1 and the spell, the double buy. And then he steals the busker, hopefully, and then he can level have another card, yeah. Okay, so he's just gonna get the Trog value early. This was a card where, you know, we weren't really sure how to play it, how to level with it. But it is basically a Boulderfist Ogre. Yeah, I'm dodging the stat line, you heard it. Ooh, that's golden then, wow. I guess you just do this turn the same way, because whichever one you steal, it's good. Yeah, this turn doesn't change. Oh, and it doesn't update, wow. Once you buy, it gets a, wow, bro. That is sick. Now he gets +8/+8 after he buys 2 more cards, which is going to give him a 14 health unit as a 1-drop. Okay. That is a way to not take damage on Clocksworth. Rolling a golden Trog and then just using the effect. Leveling slightly slower, but that's okay. You can freeze the banana here. You can just play the busker and level, freeze banana, next turn level banana, and then you have the card. It's kind of chill, I don't hate that. It's like guaranteed the 1-cost thing to use the busker money. So yeah, this one's super easy. And then next turn, he just doesn't lose either. And probably the turn after that, maybe even. Because that's a 16 health unit after the banana. So just level banana into level again. That's so sick, right? 14, 16. Golden River Skipper. Wait, what? Golden River Skipper, regular River Skipper. Is he playing like Warrior Curve? We lost, by the way. Man, thought we weren't losing. Then we got kicked. Can you sit here? Sure, but I mean, it's tough, man. God, just like imagine just doing anything but having 1,000 or 2,000 people just constantly checking what you're doing, how you're doing it, if you're doing it right. Oof, that worked out. Okay, so he did not want to go to 4 here with his big Trog. He found the triple buy to be worth it, and yeah, it looks pretty worth it here too. It is a weaker hero early on, right? Not being able to get the triple rewards, but really starts paying off later. Yeah, that was basically just my empathy for JJ that I can imagine, because having a lot of people watching, it's great when everything works out, right? But man, if you're just like eating shit, and then everybody is just like, well, I wouldn't have done that. And then it can get tough. It can get tough to not to not get annoyed. Skipper, 2 bounties, token or pendant. I'm guessing not pendant. I don't hate token to make high tier units and then golden them with the Clocksworth. Let's see what Beater wants to do. He does have a Gambler for Skipper in the shop. Looks like that's what he's going for. All right. He does get it at a bit of a discount. The reason why it's green is he gets it as a pivot trinket, which essentially means that he's not Murlocs, right, on the board. Oh, right. He can golden quite easily and getting the battle cry. That's nice. He doesn't have to level first because he just gets a coin anyway. Sorry, what was I going to say? Yes, pivot. So the game looks at his board and says, oh, you have no Murlocs on your board. I'm going to treat this like a card that is harder to make it work for you. So I'm going to make it cheaper. And usually there's at least one pivot trinket that is offered. Of course, with River Skipper, it doesn't really matter. You're not really pivoting. You're just like, oh, I don't have Murlocs yet. Would I like to get some extra money every time I sell a 2-drop? Yeah, cool. I don't have to be Murlocs for that. But you know, it's hard to like make it all super logical. So he basically just went through the motions for this turn where he got a little cycle here, a little cycle there, and then he got the level in the end. Can you read the hero power? It's false idols. So you only need 2 copies to make a triple, but when you triple, you only get a coin. So we've already, you know, we're talking about this hero probably being quite strong. I played it myself and I got a 1st and an 8th. Now the 8th was my warm-up game. Sorry, my 8th was like the pre-warm-up, followed by the actual warm-up, and then I played my first real game, which I won. Other than that, he feels really good because once you get to a high level, you can make high-level units golden quite easily. But I would say that the advantage really starts happening later on, right? Because for instance, tripling this busker would be much, much better if you get a golden triple reward instead of a coin, right? You would really, really prefer that. But once you're on high level and you can just make golden Bran, golden Rogers, right? Then you are like, oh wow, this hero power is amazing. So it takes a while to get going. He's looking at the 4-drop potentially here because he does have the Mana Saber to help farm. Yeah, looks like he's going in on that. So selling the 6/2, cycling the shell because it's basically free money, and the 1-drop can also give you extra stuff. So he's gonna keep the surf for more avenge potential. Sure. Yeah. So putting the 1/1 first, making some board space so that he can attack with the Mana Saber, spawn 2 taunts, and then he puts the extra minion on the taunt, which very likely ends up dying anyway. So undefeated, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, you have the pre-warm-up, then you have the warm-up, then you have the real game. So everybody knows the warm-up doesn't count. The pre-warm-up definitely doesn't count. And then after that, we had the cooldown, we had the post-cooldown, we had the post-cooldown, and then I had my second session, which I also immediately won. So still undefeated. I think I only won 2 games. Now they were like very strong players, and I was super tired, so I definitely didn't play super high level. But they were fun games. I think they were both on the new hero. I was playing Clocksworth for a win. I was playing Gen for a win. So that's always fun when you can take the new heroes. All right, so Beater got to level 5 in. The Gambler is just straight plus money when he has the Skipper. I think he's looking at the types and whether he wants to entertain just pushing 6 or whether he even wants this Outrider for more rerolls. I'm not entirely opposed to 6 because we still have the 9 armor. Let's see what happens here. Nice. Yep. He is going to do it, looks like. Especially with the free reroll, right? So Titus is like our first interesting card, but on our board, not really. You would need to have some other stuff. All right. Tad is a free cycle. And could give you like a mycologist or something, so definitely want to do that. Just considering whether he wants to roll or end on this. No, just going to take his free cycles. He's thinking about getting the Reborn for more farming, but there's also Discover a Death Rattle. We'll take the Titus anyway. Okay. I guess adding the Titus to your board means that you might just get something like a Rylak or so, and now you already have the Titus. And there's such little advantage to buying the other cards here that he figured he's going in. ixxdeee with a big Mama Papa setup already. I guess it's not even the Mama Papa too much. It's the Deepwater clan that's triggering, because the Macaw is triggering Battlecry, and ixxdeee has a Bran, obviously, because he is Bran. Right? Crazy insights. I know. This person has Bran because he is Bran. But that means that Macaw Portrait is a high roll for sure. Okay. Good milking round, though. So it's going to take 15 here. Does have the money. Typewriter basically means you golden the next minions you buy. That is insane. I kind of wish he just does that, because that would be hilarious. You can also just get a Proud Privateer, which is good, but the next 4 minions he buys are golden. That's what the Typewriter does. He's gonna take the Bounty, though. It makes sense. The Bounty is a very, very, very good unit. Okay, he's gonna go Spell Power. I guess he already has some Spell Power from the Dragons, too. That's true. Okay, that makes sense. If you're gonna have the Spell Power, the Bounties are even more effective. He's got money in his hand if he wants to keep rolling. There's Rogers. Okay, well, he gets Giga rewarded. Now is the time where he just starts selling everything and he gets super greedy, where he can... Well, it's not even super greedy, but he can play the Shell Collector and then golden it right away and then just have more coins and then just cycle, get the Rogers value, right? Get the Bounties. Okay, he's gonna take that Pirate for end of turn scaling. I guess with Skipper, that's really good. Wow. Oh, he's buying Bigwig on tier 6. Wow, really? Ooh, I did not expect that at all. He still has the Poison and the Trog that he can sell if he wants to fit in the tour group, and it looks like he wants to. Tour group does make sense when you have Skipper and you have... he still has these guys in his hand. Oh my god. There's so much cycling that's happening without the tour group, though. It makes me think he's just gonna skip it. Yeah. Probably just thought about it and is like, ah, not enough board space. Jesus, he's so fast, man. He's like, do I do this? Do I do that? All right, so end of turn, this 5-drop Pirate. I think it adds +2/+2 to the leftmost Pirates for every card played. So let's see, he has a 22/14. What's happening here at the end of turn? And that's without Drakari. Okie dokie. Yeah, I guess Skipper makes that thing insane, because this is what I always say about Skipper. Skipper is do a whole lot of stuff and get relatively low return. Also, we're getting like destroyed here by beasts casually. But if you have anything that rewards you for cycling, suddenly Skipper does a whole lot, right? So that's always what you're looking for with Skipper. He gets the Ghost, of course, OFC. It might be because he actually has the most MMR in this lobby already, because he just farmed more. I don't know. That's gonna be the thing. I don't care either. It's whatever. He's got money in a tavern. So yeah, long story short, Skipper is decent, but becomes really good once you have something, any mechanic that really rewards you for cycling cards, which this Pirate obviously does. Every card you play is now +4/+4 end of turn. So he's still going to want his Drakari, he's still going to want his Bran. It's going to be quite easy to make golden stuff. Ooh, he bought Botanist because it's a 2-drop as well. Okay, yeah. Yep, time to go. He's farming Spell Power here for his Bounties, by the way. There's Trust. I don't think we care. So he's moving the minions around because his purple Bounty buffs the far left. So he's spreading out the buffs a little bit here. He does not have damage cap, but at the same time, he's fighting a Ghost, right? So he can get there. And there's a Drakari. Because he has Golden Skipper now, every 2-drop is at the very least free. Which, you know, when you have Rogers on your board and you're getting rewarded for cycling stuff, that is fantastic. He's got the Golden Privateer, so now he officially just has infinite money. Oh, he didn't get his coin, did he? Or did he just, like, he popped it without noticing? Yeah. I probably... No, sorry. He popped it without me noticing. That's a Golden Tour Group. Okay. I kind of don't mind ending on that. Buy the spell, I guess, because whatever. Yeah, Golden... Oh my god, it's so many buffs, chat. Now, the difficult thing is going to be board space, which is always hard at the start of a season because you don't know what is optimal yet. Board space in general is hard, but it's extra hard start of season because you don't know, like, is this minion worth keeping? Is that minion worth keeping? But, like, the tour group probably can't really stay. The spell power probably has to go. because there's still some other stuff he wants. Now, on the bright side, given how much money he has, he just doesn't need Bran, right? So, I mean, that could be a good or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. He just sells Troll Group instead of the spell power. Wow. Jesus, man. I guess he doesn't have that many low tier units, right? Yeah, that's fair. So, Bran not needed to be infinite. Just cycle. The Warden, the dragon that he just took, it gives him potentially more spell power. Okay, so cycling for a cleave, play that, then get the triple, then get more value. It's just beautiful. These dragons can give spell power, but yeah, he is all inning here. Getting the cleave online instead of more value. That makes sense. He is below damage cap. This is insane. He can even magic fin that bounty, which I think he should. Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. He's never running out of gold again. Sure. Like, spell power, just cycle that. Oh, that pirate, the second one on the left, that pirate, it gives +2/+2 for every minion played, I think, or card. Is it minion or card? I can't remember. The 2-drop botanist is so good because it gives spell power and it's a 2-drop for skipper. 600 cleave incoming. It's going to be nasty. Because you have to keep in mind that it's a regular Drakari right now, and he only has one of those end of turn pirates. Because he's playing Clocksworth, it's going to be pretty easy to get these triples. Well, doubles, I suppose. Okay, he does still want Bran. Oh, because he gets more value from that. What did he sell in order to fit the Bran? Sorry, I'm going to rewind for a second. Skipper? Okay. That is fair. So, while Skipper gives him basically an easy way to play a lot of cards, it will limit what he can do because of just sheer animations. And if he takes Bran, the upside of that is if he has battle cries, like for instance the pirate buffer, which buffs for every minion or card played. Not 100% sure. The it's just more stats to have the Bran, I think, than to have the Skipper, because he's not running out of money anymore. He still has a golden warden in his hand that he can't really play. He has just, I mean, look at it. He's on 30 gold and he hasn't rolled yet. He hasn't started his turn yet. 33, 34, 35. He just buys Shiny Ring because why not? It's just like go. Golden Bran. Oh, he can play one. He could play one of these pirates and triple put it in the hand. Yep. Dude, this Clocksworth guy is sick. Golden Cleave, why not? That 13 and 9 in the shop is really good. I hope he sees it. I think he does because he's like making hand space, right? Yep, time to play all this shit. Here we go, here we go. Oh, he has another Buccaneer in his hand already. Then board space truly becomes a bit annoying. If he ends on that Buccaneer. He could cycle that Buccaneer. He could triple the Drakari, start of turn or something. He could sell the Bran if he has enough money. Don't think we're selling the Cleave. That doesn't really make sense. More money for next turn. Another Draconian. My god. Unbelievable. We're buying the spell. Man, he is making good time here, by the way. I guess Bounties on the spell. Those are fair. Oh, the spellcrafts are cards, right? Oh, that makes the end of turn buffer so good. My god, it's going so fast. Incredible to watch. Yeah. Like, we're not done yet. Let's go. He can hold some money for next turn. Yeah, he just has to play some cards here. Alright, so he's gonna hold the buffer in his hand. Ding. He's gonna hold the buffer in his hand so that he can end on Fellfire to squeeze in a little bit more spell power. Because as good as the end of turn buffing is, he's still getting significant value from spell power. Because every time he gets a bounty that does like an AoE buff, it buffs on 3. Isn't Buccaneer only spells, not cards? Oh, is it just spells? Maybe it's spells, but that doesn't really matter because he has bounties, right? And they're casting so much. This is each tavern spell. Okay. So the other guy might be tavern spells too. Oh, he had it here. No, it's card. It's card. He played 77 cards. So one is tavern spells, the other one's cards. And he's playing a ludicrous amount of cards here, chat. Because every bounty counts as being played 3 times. Because the privateer casts it 3 times. So right now he's just spreading the buffs a little bit. Playing around scam. Could buy Mutinous. Might not care. Yeah, Hero Power is pretty good. Kind of funny how he doesn't see that Golden Rogers with this much money, but it's not like it matters. Golden Rogers might just like slow him down a bit. And then again, it's hard to be sad for bounties, right? Yeah. Whee! Here they go. Buff guy in the hands. So that golden buff guy is going to give 4/4 per tavern spell times 3 because of Bran. So every bounty is then times 3 again. Rolling the gold bounty is so much fun when you're doing that. He could end on another cleave here. So he didn't buy Mutinous to get out of something. We would love to see the golden Drakari. Alright. He's like, here, treat yourself. Give yourself some buffs. Okay, now he buys Mutinous. That's nice. Because this way we could end on the cleave and an extra Mutinous something. Although the something is kind of annoying. Okay, so he has another one that he can't end on. Because, well, first of all, there's no time. But the other one is he wants to also buff the other cleave. 460 end of turn with a regular Drakari. And only one of these Brazens or whatever they're called. Fishu is using a combat Naga strategy here. It's not bad, yeah. Oh, does that tier 5 say an extra time? Oh, that tier 5 is like Titus. So that tier 5 Naga says your spells cast an extra time in combat. So you can stack them. And then obviously with Titus and then the death rattles. That's not bad. Like, that's not bad. How is he going so fast? Well, good computer, optimized setting as well, where he has it running on high frame rate. He's looking like, which is the unit I need the least here? He's looking at Rogers, which is fair. All right, he's gonna keep the Rogers and get rid of Golden Bran. Totally fine. We did say that he didn't really need Bran, but if you have a Golden Bran, you might not even need Rogers, but Rogers is definitely safer to keep because you could just not roll battle cries. All right. Because we don't have a Bran anymore, it doesn't really want the minion. And also it's like location, I guess, right? This event was in NA, the server, and Beater lives in NA, and then potentially closer. That's even less ping. I don't know where he lives. Right? Okay, so now he has double Brazen to end on. Right, there's no triple reward. He has to like wait a second, like, oh wait. Low scale? If we're going all in. Ooh, no money. Ew. Yeah, I do hate when that happens. Yeah. Oh, we have a Golden Rogers, finally. Oh, I guess Hamul just cast it for an extra card played. And then rip. Look at how big this gets. And this isn't even the end of turn. This is just purely bounties. 450 from bounties. So 2 Divine Shield Cleaves. He's gonna get so much more because this is the first turn he's ending on 2 of those end of turn buffers. He had 1 only. Oh, the animation's so pretty too. Yep. Hello there, beast player. We brought some extra cleaves this time. I am. Yeah, not bad. So 1,500 health. This definitely seems fun. I really like the bounty mechanic for pirates. It's like a super fun way to play the game. 28. Ooh, we get to go again. That's always fun. I love when you're having a fun game like this and the opponent doesn't die in one go, which does sound incredibly BM. Where you say like, oh, I'm so happy I didn't win immediately. He's thinking about what to sell here. There is an argument to sell the Rogers, but the Rogers has a lot of stat lines, so seems bad in the end. So he's gonna sell one of the buffers and maybe end on the third cleave because you're fighting beasts anyway. That would make sense. Oh. Might even hold that purple bounty, but he's not buying the triple? Okay. He's still a little concerned about running out of golds, which is super fair. Rogers can be really fickle with the with the gold generation. Golden Tads. You don't lose money on that, right? Doesn't want it though. Oh, that wasn't me. I don't know what happened here. My god. Yeah, bounty pirates are just like, Tethys is fun, but there's something about Proud Privateer. Once you hit that combo, like with Tethys, you have like, oh, I can hit Tethys and I can hit Shipment, right? And that's going to give you extra money. But the Privateer and the Rogers are so synergistic that it feels so much better to have that instead. So it's just one of those very high dopamine hits where you're like, oh man, here we go. I got the Rogers and I got the Privateer. Yeah, the wall is holding. The wall, the pirate wall. My god. Okay, this looks like a ton of fun. Nice.